Shalom and great yom to everyone. Welcome again to my channel. Now I will discuss to you about Matthew. Chapter 17. Deep explanation and connection to the two witnesses of Revelation 11. Matthew 17 verse 1 to 5 is the Transfiguration to shows a revelation of the heavenly order of Yahuwah. It is not a random vision, nor a Christian story, but a divine revelation of Yahuwah's plan of witness, authority, and end-time order. The Transfiguration reveals three key operations of Yahuwah. First, the Torah witness, the representation of Moses. Second, the prophetic witness, the representation of Eliyahu. Third, the living word made flesh, the return of Yahusha. Yahuwah reveals the same pattern that will manifest again in the last days in Revelation 11. Matthew 17 verse 1. Yahusha takes Peter, James, and John. The three disciples represent the earthly witnesses who will later testify of what they saw. Yahuwah always establishes truth through witnesses. This sets the foundation for understanding Revelation 11, where Yahuwah again establishes two witnesses. Matthew 17 verse 2, he was transfigured before them. Yahusha reveals his true esteem as the living Torah. His face shined like the sun that represents pure, uncorrupted light of Yahuwah. His garments white as light that represents divine righteousness and perfect obedience to Torah. Matthew 17 verse 3. Moses and Eliyahu appeared talking with him. This is the core of the revelation. Moses represents the Torah, or the law. Eliyahu represents the prophets, or the prophetic fire. The same two dimensions of Yahuwah's witness that appear in Revelation 11. They did not appear as random ancient figures. They appeared because Moses represents Yahuwah's written commands, the Torah. Eliyahu represents Yahuwah's prophetic judgment, the fire, or Ruach. The Transfiguration is the preview, the pattern, and the foreshadowing of the two witnesses of Revelation 11. In Matthew 17 verse 4, Peter said, "Let us make 3 tabernacles." Peter did not understand the revelation. He saw 3 separate persons, but the purpose was to reveal a single united witness of Yahuwah. Yahuwah does not want 3 separate dwellings. Yahuwah wants 1 dwelling, 1 revelation, 1 authority, through Torah plus prophets plus Yahusha. Peter was about to divide what Yahuwah was revealing as one. Matthew 17 verse 5. The cloud and the voice of Yahuwah. The cloud represents the same presence that descended on Sinai. The voice of Yahuwah says, "This is my beloved son, hear him." This means Yahusha is the fullness of Torah. Yahusha is the fullness of the prophets. Yahusha is the fullness of Yahuwah's witness. Moses represents law, while Eliyahu represents prophets were not greater than Yahusha, and they point to him. Connection to Revelation 11, the two witnesses. Revelation 11 describes two witnesses who operate in the last days. Their powers match the operations of Moses and Eliyahu. First, Moses represents Torah witness. Plagues, shutting heavens of rain like in Egypt, turning water to blood, judgment through commandments. Second, Eliyahu witness represents prophetic fire. Fire proceeds from their mouth, prophetic authority, judging the earth with fire, calling down judgment. The two witnesses in Revelation 11 are not literally Moses and Eliyahu resurrected as men. They represent the same divine operations shown in Matthew 17, the Torah, and the prophets. The same two spiritual witnesses that stood with Yahusha in his esteem. Matthew 17 is the heavenly confirmation of the identity of the two witnesses. Revelation 11 is the earthly manifestation of the same pattern. This is final revelation. Matthew 17 shows Yahusha is the living word. Moses is Torah witness. Eliyahu is prophetic witness. Revelation 11 shows the same two witnesses return, not as two human individuals, but as two divine operations, the Torah enforcement witness and the prophetic fire witness. Matthew 17 and Revelation 11 reveal the same spiritual reality. Yahuwah uses Torah plus prophetic fire to judge the earth and to establish his truth in the last days. A parallel chart of Matthew 17 versus Revelation 11. A deeper teaching on why Yahusha stood between Moses and Eliyahu. This is breakdown of Revelation 11 verse by verse. Revelation 11:1. Rise and measure the dwelling place of Elohim. This is the spiritual measuring of Yahuwah's people, not the temple in Jerusalem. The dwelling place are the Yahuwah's true obedient remnant. Measuring means judging according to Torah standard. Revelation 11:2. The court is given to the Gentiles. The outer court represents those who claim faith but do not obey Torah. They are outside the true dwelling. Their city, religious systems, will be trampled for 42 months. Judgment on false religion. Revelation 11:3. I will give to my two witnesses. Yahuwah himself gives power. The two witnesses are not two human individual men, but two divine operations of Yahuwah, and this was the Torah witness and the prophetic fire witness, the same two that stood with Yahusha in Matthew 17. Revelation 11:4. They are the two olive trees and two menorahs. Olive trees represents the anointing, while menorahs represents the light or revelation. The two witnesses carry the anointing of Torah, the anointing of prophetic fire, the light of Yahuwah, the full revelation through Yahusha. This is also matches Zechariah chapter 4, is to reveals how Yahuwah governs, empowers, and restores his kingdom on earth through his spirit and his appointed servants, not through human religion, Christianity, or man-made power. Zechariah chapter 4 is a prophetic map of Revelation 11. The same two olive trees and two witnesses, the same spirit power, the same final restoration of Yahuwah's kingdom on earth. Revelation 11, verse 5. Fire comes out of their mouth. This is not literal human fire. This is prophetic fire or judgment words anointed by Yahuwah. The same fire that Eliyahu called down, the fire of truth that devours falsehood. This is the ministry of the prophetic witness. Revelation 11, verse 6. They have power to shut the heaven, turn water to blood. This is the ministry of the Torah witness like Moses. Water to blood represents plagues of Egypt. Smiting earth with every plague represents Torah judgments. Shutting heaven represents Eliyahu's prophetic judgment. Notice this, both the operations of Moses and Eliyahu united. This is proof. The witnesses are not two individual men, but two spiritual operations of Yahuwah. Revelation 11, verse 7. The beast makes war against them. The beast cannot overcome Torah or prophetic fire until their assigned time is complete. When their witness is finished, not before, the beast attacks them. This is spiritual warfare between Yahuwah's word and Satan's system. Revelation 11, verse 8. Their dead bodies lie in the great city. The great city is the Babylon system, not a literal geographical location. The death of the two witnesses, temporary suppression of Torah, true prophetic fire. This happened through religion, empires, and corrupted doctrines. Revelation 11, verse 9 to 10. This is the world rejoices. The world loves lawlessness. When Torah and prophetic fire are silenced, the world celebrates. This is the condition of the last days before Yahuwah revives his true witness. Revelation 11, verse 11. The Spirit of life entered them. The Ruach HaKodesh reactivates Torah and prophetic fire in the earth. A last day awakening, a remnant empowered. The true witness of Yahuwah rises again. Revelation 11, verse 12. Come up here. Yahuwah exalts his true witness above earthly corruption. The remnant is lifted into divine authority. Revelation 11, verse 13. Earthquake and falling of the city. The fall of Babylon system begins. Religion, kingdoms, and man-made doctrines collapse. The world starts to fear Yahuwah again. How Matthew 17 connects to Revelation 11. Parallel chart. According to Yahuwah true doctrine. Matthew 17, Transfiguration. Revelation 11, two witnesses. Moses stands with Yahusha Torah, witness operates in power. Eliyahu stands with Yahusha, prophetic fire witness judges earth. One cloud of Yahuwah's esteem. One anointing of Ruach HaKodesh. The disciples see the revelation. Like the world sees the witnesses, voice of Yahuwah confirms truth. Yahuwah gives power to witnesses. Yahusha is center between the two. The two witnesses testify of Yahuwah's word point to Yahusha. Torah plus prophets revealed Torah. Now prophetic fire manifested. Final revelation. In Matthew 17 is the heavenly pattern. Revelation 11 is the earthly fulfillment. Moses, the Torah, and Eliyahu, the prophetic fire, stood with Yahusha because the two witnesses are the Torah and the prophetic fire operating in the last days through the remnant of Yahuwah. Not two men, not a Christian theory or any religion doctrine, but two divine operations of Yahuwah that testify with power. How the two witnesses operate in believers in the last days. They manifest inside Yahuwah's true people, not in church systems, not in denominations, not in religious buildings. The two witnesses are the final end-time anointing. The Torah witness operating in believers. The Torah witness is the operation of Yahuwah that restores obedience, righteousness, pure commandments, set-apart walk, hate of sin, judgment against lawlessness. This witness empowers believers to walk in the original commands of Yahuwah, reject man-made doctrines, expose false religion, stand against Babylon, call people back to Torah. The Torah witness speaks with authority like Moses. This is why in Revelation 11 they have power to strike with plagues, turn water to blood, bring judgment, not literal human magic, but spiritual authority. When a person is filled with the Torah witness, they become a living confrontation against sin and corruption. The prophetic fire witness operating in believers. The prophetic fire witness is the operation of Yahuwah that releases fire in the mouth, the word of power, discernment of spirits, prophecy, revelation of hidden things, fire against false teachers, judgment against deception. It is the same fire that operated in Eliyahu. When this witness moves through a believer, their words burn false doctrine. Their mouth speaks fire from Yahuwah. They expose demonic systems. They break the power of idols. They call down judgment on wickedness. This is why Revelation 11 says, "If anyone hurts them, fire comes out of their mouth and devours their enemies." This is the fire of truth and Ruach HaKodesh, the two witnesses together in believers. When both operations are active, the remnant moves with Torah authority, prophetic fire, supernatural boldness, fearlessness, clarity of truth, power against Babylon, power against the beast system. The last day remnant becomes the earthly embodiment of the two witnesses. This is why Revelation says, "The beast makes war with them." The beast wars against anyone who operates in Torah plus prophetic fire. Zechariah chapter 4 is the foundation of the two witnesses. Zechariah 4 is the original blueprint for Revelation 11. Zechariah 4 verse 2, the menorah of pure gold. The menorah represents the fullness of Yahuwah's light. The 7 branches is the perfect completion of Yahuwah's spirit. Isaiah 11:2. This is the same menorah mentioned in Revelation 11:4. Zechariah 4:3, the 2 olive trees. The 2 olive trees feed the menorah. They represent the Torah and the prophets, the same 2 that stood with Yahusha in Matthew 17. The Torah feeds light. The prophetic fire feeds light. This is the foundation of the two witnesses. Zechariah 4:6, not by might, not by power, but by my spirit. The two witnesses do not operate through human ability. They operate through the Ruach HaKodesh plus Torah plus prophetic fire. This is the same power that will operate in the remnant. Zechariah 4, verse 11 to 14. The 2 anointed ones. The 2 anointed ones are not 2 men. They are 2 anointings. The anointing of Torah, the anointing of prophetic fire, the same anointings that appeared in Matthew 17 as Moshe and Eliyahu, the same anointings that appear in Revelation 11 as the 2 witnesses. The complete connection of Matthew chapter 17, Zechariah chapter 4, and Revelation chapter 11. Matthew 17 is the heavenly revelation. Yahusha is the living word. Moses is the Torah witness. Eliyahu is the prophetic fire witness. Cloud is the Yahuwah's esteem. Voice is the divine confirmation. Zechariah 4 is the prophetic blueprint. 2 olive trees is the 2 anointings. 2 menorahs is the 2 light bearers. Ruach power is not human. Anointings that feed the light of Yahuwah. Revelation 11 is the earthly fulfillment. 2 witnesses are the Torah and prophetic fire. Fire from mouth is the prophetic judgment. Plagues is the Torah judgment. Standing before Yahuwah is the divine authority. Beast makes war is the spiritual warfare against remnant. Final revelation. The 2 witnesses are the 2 end-time anointings of Yahuwah, the Torah witness, and the prophetic fire witness. They appeared in Matthew 17. They were foretold in Zechariah 4. They manifest in Revelation 11. And they operate in the remnant in the last days. They are not 2 human men. They are 2 divine operations of Yahuwah. They are poured into believers who walk in obedience and revelation. This is Yahuwah's true revelation. Unmixed, uncorrupted, pure, set apart, full of fire. I have a lot more to discuss about the 2 witnesses in Revelation 11. But for now, I believe this is enough to explain my point why I believe that the 2 witnesses are not literal persons, but rather 2 divine operations of Yahuwah that he will use to call and awaken his remnant in the last days. Thank you for watching my series of videos about the 2 witnesses. Have a Baruch day to everyone, and see you in my next video.